Hey everybody, Glenn here, and welcome to the first installment of what I'm calling Top Tuesday. This is a bi-weekly series. Every other Tuesday, I'm going to talk about the top pop figures from the different parts of my pop collection. So we're going to start off with my top 5 Marvel pop figures. Before we get to it, couple of ground rules, I guess, on picking these top pops. Number one, these are just regular pop figures, so no oversized pops, no rides, no specialty type pops like that. Could be exclusives, maybe not. I try to tend to stay away from the pops that come out of the Marvel Collector Corps because I'm trying to stick to pops that are more readily available. Some of the exclusives are harder to find, but things that are exclusive to the Marvel Collector Corps, I'm really not looking at as far as my top pops, even though some of them are really nice and actually some of my favorites. But we're not going to include those here. Same with the other collections. You know, I'm going to look at the pops that I like the most, not necessarily the ones that are the most valuable price-wise or the most popular. So let's get right to it. Top 5 it is. Number 5. My number 5 Marvel pop figure is Venom. I love this pop figure because it really is representative of the figure really well. It's the first of the symbiote pops that Marvel has put out. They've since put out, Funko's put out Carnage and Anti-Venom as well, but they're pretty much the same model, which to me is kind of lazy because Carnage and Anti-Venom are very different than Venom. But this is the original. I love just the look of it. Everything from, if you look at the face, you can see that the eyes, quote unquote, are done really well, including the furrow in the brow. Love the teeth, love the mouth, love the tongue sticking out. This is just a great looking pop figure, and I just love looking at him on the shelf. I mean, his hands are menacing. Everything about it just screams Venom, and this is actually a really, really well done figure. Number 4. All right, my number 4 Marvel pop is AntMan. With this AntMan pops, I'm always looking at how detailed they are. And this is a super detailed pop. The helmet just looks amazing. You can actually see his eyes behind the helmet as well. And they just really didn't spare any detail when making these pops. Sometimes it's a little more difficult with the bobbleheads, especially with the heads, to really get them looking really good. But they just did an amazing job. You can see the back of them right there. And just the detail on the pop from his antennae to his boots. Just everything looks really amazing in this pop. I really like looking at it. And all the different variations, you know, are just as detailed, and they look really good as well. That's why I like this pop a lot better than the unmasked one that we got in the Marvel Collector Corps, just because they made the helmet so detailed. It just looks amazing. So, number 4. Number 3. My number 3 Marvel pop is one of the many variations of Groot. This one is Angry Groot, and this was a exclusive. I think the exclusive started in for the Dallas Comic-Con. I think you can get it in other places now. But I just love this look. A lot of the other Groot figures are very similar. Even the Mossy Groot and the Loot Crate one, they all look very similar. But this is one that's you know, it's definitely unique. And it just looks great. His body looks great. And I love that face. It just looks amazing. And it's one of my favorite pops to just look at, just because it brings a smile to my face. Number 2. All right, number 2 is Storm. Now this is Storm. This is from the classic X-Men series. This is her in her white outfit. There's also a black outfitted Hot Topic exclusive and a glow in the dark as well. This is just the regular pop, and I just really love the way it looks. And I think part of it is just so stark. It's so simple. The white is super white. The yellow is very yellow. And it just is bright and really just stands out. Even more than the black suited one, which I also have and I also like a lot. This one just stands out so much. Even though this one's not glow in the dark, it just really is very striking. So this is one of my favorite pops as well. Number 1. All right, my number 1 Marvel pop is the latest Captain America pop. This is Captain America from Age of Ultron. We've got another one coming up in Civil War, which I might even like better, but I think they just get better and better with each Captain America pop figure. I love his stance. It looks great. He's in motion. It's a very action-y stance. And as far as the detail on the costume, it just looks great. His helmet looks really good. I mean, chin strap and all, the shield, everything just looks great with this pop. So this is probably my favorite pop figure right now. And again, it's just the normal Avengers Age of Ultron Cap, nothing exclusive about it or anything. I just think they did a really good job with this one. All right, that's it for my top 5 Marvel pops. You'll notice that I have quite a few pops that didn't make the cut that I've talked about before, namely pops like the Unmasked Iron Man, which I included in my top 5 pops of 2015. Well, I've already talked about those pops. I wanted to include a wide range of Marvel pops this time that I haven't talked about much in the past. And these are the pops that my eyes always go to when I'm going over my collection. So I've got a lot of great pops, and there are a lot of great Marvel pops out there that I haven't talked about, or that I don't even have. Pops in general in my collection, I've got about 400 right now, and I'm pretty much staying at that number for the sake of room and keeping it manageable, especially doing an out-of-box collection. I'm not really going to go much over 400 or much below 400. So as I get new pops, some pops will be given away or sold or traded, things like that. But I'm going to keep that number at about 400 just to keep it manageable. But I'm getting new pop figures all the time, so it'll kind of go back and forth. Hope you enjoyed my quick look at some of my favorites. In a couple weeks, we'll do another Top Tuesday, where I'll go over the top 3 or top 5 of another collection. I'm not sure which one it is. And next Tuesday is going to be our first Trek Tuesday. So I'm excited about that. We're going to go over some of my Star Trek collectibles that I've had for quite a while. So I'm excited about that. Other than that, I'd love to hear your comments on these pops. And what are your favorite Marvel pops? I'd definitely love to know that in the comments below. As always, check out our social media feeds over there. And we will see you next time with another video. Bye-bye.